Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for NJIT for organizing this event. My name is Nabil Mouline, and I'm a community member, not very far from here. I live in Morris County. And a few years ago, as a father of kids going to schools, I was interested in contributing to my community the creation of programs that get the kids excited about science and technology. So regardless of the schools where public schools, private schools, the teachers and the educators have so much to offer to the kids and so much to cover that there is a need in every community to make available additional after school, weekend, evening programs or summer programs for the kids so that they get that additional exposure that they might not have the chance to have through the school day, which is packed with curriculum. And that's how it started as a community program. A few of us, engineers by background, didn't get to go to NJIT, went somewhere else, but some of our fellow parents did. And we put together programs in robotics, programming, solar cars, building bridges and whatnot. And they were made available for the kids, mostly in our community. That's how we get to know actually Eric, one of the NJIT students, because he's my neighbor. And when he's in high school, so for those of you high schoolers, these are opportunities that are of great value to the younger kids. He was recruited by us to provide coaching and mentoring to the younger kids, elementary school kids, 4th, 5th, 6th grade. He had done some robotics before in school, and that was part of his education. So what he did is he would come once a week and coach younger kids. So that's a typical model that we started for JerseySTEM, meaning connecting high schoolers and more recently college students with the need, which is those many elementary and middle school kids that if you were not for this exposure might not consider science and technology as an avenue. As a nonprofit, we have 3 goals. One of them is these innovative programs. The second one is making sure the girls are not left out. So if you go and walk in your high school, wherever you live, and you look at the technology class, you're going to find 8 boys and 2 girls most of the time. So some of it is societal, some of it is our job as community members to make sure that the girls have the same exposure as the boys. And the third thing is to share with underserved communities. And there are lots of community organizations that do that. We are one of them. In our model, we create or we package programs where we are in the area, intersection of Union, Morris, and Essex County. And once they're successful, we take them to the underserved communities that might not be very far from us, whether it's in Newark or Patterson or Dover or Elizabeth, where again there are many middle schools and elementary school kids that get excited about those programs. So that's a little bit our model. We wouldn't be able to do that if you were not for the availability of the manpower that's provided to us through places like NJIT, because roughly 2/3 now of our volunteers that will go to Chancellor Avenue School in Newark or Liberty Center in Elizabeth or other places where we work are students from here were approached, or they approached us and they said, hey, I want to go for 2 hours a week to help younger kids get excited about some of the things that led me to be interested in this and then pursue it in high school. So we package them by 4 college students and we Uber them to wherever they have to teach. They go, they spend 2 or 3 hours with the kids, and it's great role modeling. It's also content. Now we're catching up with the slides. Thank you. And it's a wonderful experience. So the commitment we ask from the students is we see a lot of value in the continuity of the program, meaning it's not a one-off where the student would where the students would show up once and then that's it. it does require some continuity in terms of commitment. So it's typically 20 hours, 2 hours a week for 10 weeks, where they would go and they would coach a group of 4 or 5 middle schoolers. And we would have provided training for them, whether it's coding or robotics. Actually, Eric coaches the coaches in robotics, or as I said, wind turbines or building bridges, different programs. And after the 10 weeks, usually there is some type of an event or a competition or a party to celebrate the activity. So I'd like to get to actually the testimonies of the two coaches here that have been involved for a number of years. These are our current locations. I'm showing here on the screen. And I'll let Alison introduce this part of the presentation.
Thank you. So, my name is Alison Manzo, and I'm a junior at the New Jersey Institute of Technology. I am double majoring in Human-Computer Interaction and Science Technology Society. I transferred to NJIT last year from Brigham Community College and was accepted into the Albert Dorman Honors College. Some of the requirements of NJIT's Honors College is to attain 30 hours of community service. During my first semester at NJIT, I participated in multiple events on campus and began volunteering at JerseySTEM. I initially viewed volunteering as just another requirement that I had to fulfill, but quickly realized that it was a lot more than that. The volunteer work I have done has been extremely fulfilling and rewarding. I love helping my students expand their knowledge and seeing the gratitude that parents have had for my work as a volunteer. Nevertheless, though, volunteering has also led me to numerous opportunities. Connections are extremely significant. I cannot further emphasize the importance of knowing the right people and having a good network. For instance, every application and interview for jobs will ask you if you know anyone within the company, and it can be a huge step forward if you do. Additionally, many companies might ask for a letter of recommendation, which is when your connections can aid you. My volunteer work, specifically at JerseySTEM, has increased my resources and connections. At JerseySTEM, I have met numerous parents that are successful professionals within their companies. These parents have seen that I am an intelligent, hardworking, dedicated, and driven student, so they have been willing to help me since I have helped them. They have referred me within their companies, assisted me in my applications for internships, and connected me with other professionals. Through JerseySTEM, I have been introduced to ADP, Nokia, Mott MacDonald, and Theorem. I have been associating with these companies throughout my volunteer work and have been in contact with them as I am seeking a summer internship. Finally, my volunteer work has also furthered my connections at NJIT. I am an ambassador for JerseySTEM at NJIT, and it has led me to numerous opportunities. I have spoken to many professors and members of administration, attended frequent events, and am speaking here today because of this. I have expanded my network immensely since starting my volunteer work, and it has been the best decision I have made at NJIT. I highly recommend that students in high school or college start volunteering or participating in externships because they can jumpstart your career paths. You will attain crucial connections and increase your network. I started NJIT without having any connections, and now, just a year later, I have an enormous amount of connections that have all gone out of their way to aid me in my future. When you help the community will help you.
My name is Eric Leota. I'm a sophomore here at New Jersey Institute of Technology, and I'm majoring in computer engineering and working towards a minor in computational math. As Nabil said, I actually started working with JerseySTEM the summer after my freshman year in high school. And I originally did it because I wanted to do something over the summer, and I was too young to get like a part-time job or something. So I said, hey, this seems like fun, I'll try it out. And just after helping JerseySTEM grow with one summer, I realized how much of a difference it could make. And I just continued it throughout high school, and it really helped me form a lot of connections. It helped me form some connections with NJIT, and that led me to being accepted into the Albert Dorman's Honors College. And Yeah, this past summer I had an internship with Harris Corporation and actually formed connections with them through JerseySTEM as well. And it's been a very rewarding experience. I've done coaching at the Boys and Girls Club in Newark, and it's really rewarding to see. It's really rewarding to see how much people can benefit just from a small amount of volunteer work. And right now, I'm helping the coaches out at the schools in Newark, Summit, and Elizabeth. And it's just a really great experience.
A final word for you students out there: don't underestimate the impact that you would have on any organization that you would participate in. Especially if you bring your knowledge and your skills, your passion, your energy, and don't take it like just, clock and job. So when you go there, invest yourself, not only through your time, but also your ideas, your suggestions. There's no suggestion that's not worth considering. And most of the, especially in the nonprofits world, would really benefit from your contribution. So take your knowledge with you and knock on the doors and help as much as you can. And again, as Eric showed, for those of you high schoolers, that starts very early. And again, you can have a lot of impact. So go for it and check us out on the website if you want to help JerseySTEM. Thank you.